So you're going to need a ruler to do this. Okay? So purpose. And everybody needs this because I didn't give this to everybody in class. So to draw contour lines. To explain what contour lines do streams and or rivers. And if you listen to the notes, or if you were here in class, you probably could figure that out already, but that's what we have to think about. We have to explain what contour lines do around streams and rivers. Okay, so a direction, and we're going to construct or draw a contour map here. Okay, so we have to draw an island that measures 5 kilometers north to south by 9 kilometers east to west. And there's a scale. 1 centimeter equals 1 kilometer. So you need a ruler to measure 5 centimeters north to south and 9 centimeters east to west. So I have something 9 centimeters by 5 centimeters. If you want to make it look like a circle, you can make it look like a circle. If you want to make it look like a square, you can make it look like a square. If you want to make it look like an amoeba, I couldn't care, just so long as it's 5 by 9. Okay? On our second thing, on the island, there's a hill with a maximum elevation of 46 meters. Remember? And it says interval goes up by tens. Okay? In the center of the island. Okay, so this is the ocean. Okay? This is 0 feet because this is sea level. So my first line is 10. Second line is 20. Third line is 30. And the last line is 40. And I have a nice giant bullseye in the middle of the island. Okay? So 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, you say, Mr. Perry, it's 46. Well, yeah, but we're going by 10, so the next line will be 50, and that's too high. Okay? So, talk about what we just did. Okay? We are going to scroll down to the last question on the inclusion question. Since this is on yours, it reads a little different than mine on the sheet because I forgot to print out the new directions. So, okay, on yours it reads 1 centimeter equals 2 kilometers, and I told everyone to use a scale of 7 by 11. Okay, so 7 by 11. So you're going to measure 7 north to south and 11 east to west. If you don't watch the video, then you won't ever get it right. So, okay, of course, if you didn't watch the video, you wouldn't know I said you would never get it right. But there you go. So there's a hill on the west side of the island. And it's going to go up to 86 meters, okay? And it says the contour interval on yours, it says it goes up by 20. Okay, so 0 on the west side end, 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay? Should make sense, okay? Plus, it's on the west side of the island, and the northwest side of the hill is the greatest gradient. Look how I drew that. The lines are pinched close together on the north side of the hill. Okay, so we're going to take a look at map 2 right now. Okay? So I need to connect by the 100-foot contour interval. It says use 100-foot contour intervals. So I'm going to do the first 2 with you, and then you got to do the rest. So 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. Well, Mr. Perry, these aren't labeled. Yes, but if this is 100 and this is 300, then that's got to be 200. Okay? So, Mr. Perry, there's no 300. Yes, there is, because if this is 350 and this is 250, that must be this is 300. Oh. Wait a second, small mistake. That's why you're using pencils and not pens. Okay. You need to do 400, 500, and 600. I'm going to throw you a bone. 600 works like this. It's a circle, because it's a hill. And hills are circles. Okay? So that's how we do that. This would be, so it says label them by 10. So this is the ocean, this is 0, this is 10, this is 20. Okay? And remember, I said label your hip down into a hole, not up into a hill. This is a hole here. So this is 30, this is 40. So if I'm labeling into a hole, 40, 30, 20. Okay? So you should be able to do the remainder of this. But remember, when you label a hole, label down into the hole. So 10, 20, 30, 40, just keep on going up. Don't even think about that right now. So 40, 50, and just keep on going up. Once you get done and all the way up to the top of the hill, then count down off the top of the hill and into the hole to find out what the elevations of the hole are. Okay? Okay. So here we go. Map number 4. Lots of lines. If you read the directions on the front thing, you only have to go by the 100 lines. It's still a lot. I will do the whole bottom half. You will have to do the top half. Okay? I'll do everything south of Blue Stream. So, here we go. 200 works like this. 200, 200, 200, 200. Okay, next we have 300, 300. And I get to turn around in between the 310 and the 290 through the 300 or 330. I think it's 330. So I can't read on my board. 300 to the 300. Okay, now look, we have 300 down here. So 300, 300, and now I go off the map. Now I have 400. 400 comes in off of this to the 400, and then I turn around. 400, all the way up there. And now I gotta do 500. Oh, Mr. Perry, this is horrible. Well, guess what? Deal with it. Because this is going to be on your test at the end of this unit. There's 400, or that's 500, and last but not least, we have 600. Ooh, there's a really tight gradient there in the 600 range right there. 600, 600, 600, there we go. Okay? So you need to do all of the lines up here. So you'll have to do the 400 line, the 500 line, the 600 line, this and the 700 line. Don't forget about it. Okay? Okay, map number 5. If you look at map number 6, map 6 is 100% extra credit, so do not worry about it. Map number 5, though, everybody has to do. You don't have to color it in, but you do have to do it. What we're doing is going by tens. Okay, so my lowest elevation on here is 427, 425. First one that's even is 430, so we're going to start a line at 430. 430. Now I'm going to connect everything that's lower than 430 in a hole and higher, we're going to separate it out. Okay? So 430 to 430. Now I so desperately want to go over here, but this is 426. I can't cross the stream because I know that 430 doesn't exist. 430 doesn't exist until all the way down here at 429. So that means I have to bring my line all the way down and around the 429. And now I can finally come all the way back. That is annoying. But that's the way it has to be drawn. So notice, I start at 430 there. I got to go around the 430 here on the river. Then I got to go around the 429. And then I can head all the way back. I made one small mistake. Did not go through the... Oops. Oh man, I got to draw it again. Okay, so my one small mistake was right here. I didn't go through that 430 there. Now I can go around and finish it off. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do the 440, and then I might do some mountaintops. Okay, so this is 440. So 440 comes in, it goes around, it gets the 440 around the 445. Now I have another 440 here. Makes me happy. 440 is going to be in between 430 and 444. And 440 is here on the stream. So I have to go all the way down to the stream right here. Now I can curve back because 460 is high. So it's 450, 450. But there's a 440 in between 435 and 447. So I got to be in between those numbers. And there's going to be a 440 in between 445 and 430. And there's going to be a 440 in between this one. And I can now finally go off the page. So that's my 440 line. Goose Hill is the hill. That's 470. Is that the only 470 line? No, there's more other 470 lines down this way, but I'm just going to show you there's a hill there. Okay? You might have a couple more circles. There might be a 460 circle and a 450 circle, but that's okay. You got to recognize that. We also have the 500 line down here around Swan Hill. 500 goes like that, and then I have a 490. Okay, 490 goes around these. Okay, as opposed to going through the city of Rochester. It's funny. Okay, And then we have a 480 line over here, but there's really nothing over here, so you can just go 480. Boom, 480. Okay? That still means there needs to be a 490 or 480, 470, 460, and 450 line. Okay? So that means that you have to draw again 450, 460, 470, and 480. Okay? 450 and 60 up here. You need 450, 60, 70, 80 down here. Make sure you do that in pencil. There's going to be some error. There's a little frustration. I get it. I will look at your maps and I will be very, very kind to you. This is not make or break. A couple points lost on this lab in this section if you don't get it. Now, the opposite. You cruise through this. You think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You wish you could do this for the rest of your life. Well, too bad. Computers do it most of the time. But regardless, you can do an extra credit one. And the extra credit one's on the next page, and it would double the value of the lab. It goes from, oh, not quite double. Go from 100, out of 20, you can take it to 30. So you could get 150 on the lab. So if you want to do that, you're good to go. And that's what you got to do while I'm not seeing you on your half day.